Well, welcome to the View, the Senior View. And in honor of the upcoming month of December, we have a wonderful poet with us, and she has been on before, and by popular demand, we have asked her to come back. She's a wonderful, wonderful poet. She has such a way with words, and her name is Marylou Mansfield. Welcome, Marylou.
Well, thank you, Mary. I'm always excited when you give a call and I can come back and visit the HCAM family. It's
yes.
a fun place to be.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Where would you like to start?
Well, I have a couple that I'd like to start with, and one I wrote last summer as a gift to my mother-in-law, Kathleen McLennan, who lives here in town. And I one day just thought, I've never written anything about her. I can't imagine why I haven't. So I sat down and the words came to me. And I'm going to read that one, and then one I also gave to her to read that I kind of wrote about myself. So they were gifts, early Christmas gifts.
Now, has she seen this?
She has read these two before, and we've discussed them. And but I think it would be lovely to give her an early Christmas present as a tribute and read it in the show. So the one about my Kathleen is called Lady Slipper. A slip of a lady stands tall in the meadow. She oversees buttercups and fern, cradles weeds and fallen leaves, orchestrates colors in the trees. She is a lady of strength wearing delicate slippers. She bends in the wind but never breaks. She drinks in the rainstorm and is refreshed. She sleeps through the winter, nurturing vigor for spring. Her touch is gentle enough to capture a ladybug. Her whisper is quiet and worthy. Her voice speaks volumes. Other ladies bow and listen. She mends tulips with tiny stitches, quilting flowers together on the blanketed floor. One may see only a slip of a lady, but witness the complexity within the petals. She will be forever pressed between the pages of life. One will do well to read her book.
Oh.
So that's for Kathleen.
Yes, and that does fit her.
Yes. I started thinking she is definitely a lady and how to describe it, and I just thought Lady Slipper. A rare, lovely flower. So that was for you, Mother. And this is another one she also liked very much, and I did too. It was my new favorite until I wrote Lady Slipper. It's called Arrival. She came. Finally, she arrived. I counted the days. I marked them by the tides. I held that precious time in my heart, in the back of my mind, deep in my soul. Whisperings in my ear foretold she was out there. She was looking for me, waiting on me. She would come if I asked. How would she find me if I did not know where I was? There was never any time to leave breadcrumbs or draw a map. I was here, there, everywhere. I was often lost in the lives of others, cheerleading and championing their causes, changing masks of identities with every breath. Somewhere, sometime, I stopped. I parked the car in my own driveway. I turned off the engine that took me in and out and away. I sat in a wonderful chair I had only dusted. I ate strawberries, one bite at a time. I drank a cold glass of wine and let it dribble on my chin. I saw myself in the mirror, not my mother, not my children, not my husband. Me. She rode in on the wind, knocking on my window, enticing me to play. She met me at the door. She was beautiful, strong, happy, embracing her age and her waistline. I liked her. She took my hand. We walked to the bay, stood on the dune, witnessed every blessed color in the universe, crafting the sunset of my life. I made her promise to stay. She agreed. Raising her hands to the heavens, she caroled, "Don't forget this moment. Treasure this time. You became you."
Wonderful.
I love that one. I read that one quite often to myself because it's good to remember that at some point in your life, you are your own person.
That's right.
I think the word is empowered. This is a little short one, and I wrote it a couple months ago and then started thinking about Christmas. And I'll read the poem first, and then I'll tell you why it just stood out to me as a true Christmas story. It's called Sound of Love. Do you know the first sound you heard? Was it soothing, frightening, loud, or soft? Did you jump, laugh, cry, or sing? Was it a lullaby, radio, barking, or whistling? Those the sounds remembered, treasured, and shared. True sound of love, first sound sensed, the sound of your mother's heartbeat. That sound, steady, precious, eternally devoted. Sound of life created, nurtured, and forever bound. It beats for you. And I thought in all my storytelling days of teaching children, young children about Christmas, and what it must have been like for baby Jesus to be born, and that was really God coming into human form. And he also heard the first sound was his mother's heartbeat. And it just tied everything together for me with that realization. So that particular poem is quite striking, and sometimes you don't know until you're done writing and put it away for a while and take it out, and it just hits home. So very fun ones.
Beautiful.
Good. These are some more Christmas-oriented ones that I like a lot, and I'll read this one first. It's called Christmas Questions. He walks wistfully among us on darkened roads and sunlit paths. Have you seen him? He speaks in hushed voice, sings with the angels, teaches his Father's ways. Have you listened? His words are clear, they are recorded, they are commands of well-being. Have you read them? I sat in a corner of a stable, his birth predicted by the ancients. He was small and cold. Were you there? I saw the burly shepherds fall on bended knee. They were humbled. Have you knelt before him? He smiled at me. He reached his hand. I accepted his touch. Have you received him? A small child, a cold stable, shining light, warming humanity. I will never be the same. So that's
Perfect.
a lovely one. The nativity story is just perfect the way it is. So a lot of my Christmas poems have a familiar ring because to me there's only one Christmas.
That's right.
So this one is called Symbols. Things maybe on the tree or not. And I tried to make a comparison here between decoration and what might have happened. A tinfoil star atop a tree, fashioned by small hands, leans on a branch. A grand star atop the mountains, filling the earth with light, leads the way. Red and white stripes of candy cane, hooked on lower greens, brings delight. Tattered edge of a shepherd's coat, slung on a gnarly crook, waits for something. Shimmering ball of glittered spatter twinkles brightly from within, adds twilight to faces. Haloed heads of beloved family huddle closely in a barn, awed by new life unfolding.
Beautiful.
So I am ready to put my tree up now. This one I wrote last year at Christmas. Just driving home one night after dark, and my husband was already home, so the lights were on, the candles were in the window, and it just kind of came to me. It's called Christmas Comes in Candlelight. Crispy evening tweaked by sunset, shadows hover, hearth and home. Windows shuttered, drawn, and curtained, reflecting faint and fragile glow. Candles lit with Christmas promise light the way from heart to soul. Flickers wink in festive solace, highlight family face and tree. Enlivened voices merge in comfort, stories cached, revered, rewind. Pensive hearts transform the spirit. Thoughts bring tears of old and new. Memories open valued treasure, filling chest with finest jewels. Extinguished trails wrap the present, gather night in peaceful calm. All is well within the household. Sleep comes quickly, quietly, sound. A perfect cold evening in the winter, especially when family is there, as you and I were chatting earlier about having family. It's always my special time, as it is for most of us who have grown children and grandchildren.
Grown grandchildren?
Yeah, and grown grandchildren. This one is called Christmas Spirit. And it was half written last year and half finished this year, so a little work was done. And it's directed to the Christmas spirit. Your fragrance mingles in lilt of candles, scent wafting across the room. Your touch caresses from evergreen branches, fingering, reaching curls of a small child. Your song sings, humming howling wind, wrapping panes of my cozy cottage. My heart fills with rapture and wonder as your spirit embraces my very being. You bring Christmas to my soul.
Beautiful.
And as I look around my house, there are a lot of things that are Christmas that I don't put away anymore, so they're out all year. I have fewer things to put out at Christmas time because they're still left out. But when I finished this and put it together with the others, I really felt like Christmas can be every day. The spirit of it.
That's right.
The thoughts of it. The story is not just for Christmas. And when you read some of the history about Christmas, no one is sure what the date was anyway for the original Christmas. So it could be any time.
It's in your heart.
Yes. And I like keeping the things out so we can enjoy them.
I like keeping candlelight.
Yes.
In the windows.
Always
I have
candle.
one I keep too.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All right, this is just more of a winter one, which is kind of fun too. It's called What I See. I see it. I finally see it. There, midst the branches on a chilly winter's day. It is purely white. It signifies peace. It carries a sprig of promise. It looks happiness in the eye. I have been attentive to the Lord. I have labored building the ark. I have survived the flood. I have experienced the miracle. Now I see it. I see the dove holding an olive branch. He offers it to me, then flies away. More happiness could not be found in this, my heart. Oh, that was a beautiful snowy day. I remember everything was white. And I saw other birds, but you could just see, it just looked like a white dove out there with that little sprig.
I love my bird feeders.
Yes.
They're like friends. I call them angels.
Yes.
I do.
They're lovely, and every once in a while a new one shows up.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Fascinating. This one I called Places for a Star. Another thing I have not put away, I have big starfish in the tops of the window sashes so that I can see them. And I just was paying attention one day to looking at one of them and realized as I moved, the star showed up in different places, although the star never moved. I was the one moving.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of encouraging. I felt good about watching it. Places for a Star. Chill of the outside keeps me swaddled on the inside. Although the view is crisp and pristine, snug warmness around me is comforting. Star perches on the window sash, decorative, distinct, striking. 5 points direct attention, looking beyond the frame. Star nestles in the front yard treetop, remains fixed even in the wind. Huddles in the dry leaves, burrows in the fresh snow. My view has priority. I move to change perspective. Star hangs on an old dead branch, naked to the winter. I rest my head. Star fastens to the heavens, waits for sister stars to appear, stands tall above the clouds. Night falls. I pull the blinds. Star veils behind the cover, rests and waits for another day. I anticipate tomorrow's wonders.
Oh, really, Marylou.
So if you can just
Beautiful.
picture that, and I went by another house that's near us
Mm-hmm.
that had the big starfish in each window sash, and I said, I'm going to do that. And now they're in every window, so it's just kind of fun. Wherever I go, there's the star, and it just makes me stop and think.
Mm-hmm.
Follow that star.
Do you remember your very first poem that you wrote?
Golly, no.
I wonder how long ago that was.
Well, several years ago. I think most likely we had not moved to the Cape yet, so I really started writing when we were living in Bellingham for a year in an apartment.
Mm-hmm. When you were first married?
Nope, this was after our house sold in Hopkinton,
Oh, okay.
and we had not planned to go to the Cape as yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but I had a job, a different job, and Rick had taken a job, so we said, well, we have to.
Mm-hmm.
Have to do this. So we had an apartment, and that's where I first started writing. And I never thought I could write a poem. I never envisioned it. And one day I said, I'm just going to try it. So that'll be interesting, Mary. I'll have to go back and look, because hopefully everything's dated.
Yes, so something inspired you to
Yes.
bring
But
words out onto a page. And
Right. And I did find I cannot do rhyming poems that well. That's a real inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of drives me crazy, because it's got to be the right word, but it's also got to rhyme. And so I'm much better with the free
Yes,
free verse.
I can understand that. Yes.
All right. This one was more a gift to my husband, so it comes under the category of Christmas gift.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also written last year on our anniversary, which was December 22nd, and then comes Christmas. So he kind of gets things lumped together. I penned a poem. It was to you. It revealed the person I see, the one others witness to. The words tumbled freely, no stumbling perfection. The subject lack in faults, you see, thus the ease of expression. I listened while you silently read the words. You came to me, you wept tears. You said, I have nothing. You must know, my love, you have everything and more. The love you grow, you give away. Thank you for saving the perfect amount for us on this day.
Lovely, just lovely.
So he gets to read all my things first.
Mm-hmm.
And I always have
Isn't that nice? What
Yes.
a beautiful relationship.
Yes, and it's
One of love.
It's very interesting because the first couple things and he'll laugh when I tell this, but he would say, well, I think, you needed a comma there, or you needed and I said, no, only read it for the content. Do not read it for the corrections. I just finished it. So now he comments on the content first, and he said, now do you want my other opinion? Oh, sure. But he does, and when I was putting these together to come see you today, I wasn't sure about some of them. I thought they might be reaching for the Christmas spirit, and he said no, he didn't think so at all. He read them all, and he said, I remember when you wrote these, and they're all very good, so it's like I can make it when he tells me those things. So I have one more?
Yes, you do. We have time for one more.
Okay. It's called Abba's Gift. Abba meaning the Lord. I prayed every day, asking my Abba Father to help me see him. In the faces I encounter, voices of his creations, clouded skies, quiet sea, somewhere, anywhere I might look. He answered me immediately in his loving, tender, reminding way. I sent you my treasured man, the one you love, the one I love, the one who loves what I do in him. By my grace, you have him each day. He is the reflection of I am. You see it and you know it. You witness others whom I have created. None hold a candle to my gift to you. Appreciate his steps, his laugh, his expressions. Grasp hold of his forgiveness. Revel in his unconditional love. I smile and know he is talking about my beloved, indeed my gift.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, Marylou, it was so nice of you to come up today.
Thank you, Mary. You are so encouraging to me, I must say.
Well,
it's good to be your friend.
Thank you. I consider you a friend also, believe you me.
Great.
I love your words and your thoughts.
Thank you very much.
And I'm so happy that you put them out on paper.
Yes.
And share them. And what a beautiful gift. What
Great.
A beautiful gift. Well, I want to thank you so much
Mary.
for coming, Marylou.
Thank you so much.
And I hope that you have enjoyed, I know you have, listening to her words, because they belong to each one of you in your hearts. So have a nice Christmas and holiday, and also a wonderful December, and let's stay warm this December.
Amen.
So thank you for watching, and good night.
Troop 72969 from Hopkinton.
We would like to thank Mr. Trojan for the awesome tour of the H-Camp studio.
If you are interested in fun and adventurous field trips, we recommend 1. Join a Girl Scout troop.
And 2. Visiting H-Camp to see how local television is created and produced.
We also want to give a shout out to Colello's Supermarket to thank Dale for our Girl Scout troop tour.
And for always giving us a space to set up our cookie booth.
Do you have what it takes?
Will you make a difference?
Always an adventure.
Police and fire working together.
Utilizing the latest technology.
Do you have what it takes?
Have you ever considered texting and driving? If so, you should know the consequences. If caught texting and driving for the first time, you could get an $100 fine plus your license taken away for 60 days. The consequences only get worse the more you get caught. Even if you don't get caught, there could be serious effects. You could get into a car accident and hurt yourself or someone else. Texting and driving is a very dangerous combination, so stop before this happens to you.
Hello, welcome to HCAM Insights. Did you know we have a special section on our website where we run a slideshow of photographs of recent events in town? We call it The Shoot. Kind of a newsy feel there. And it's located on the front of our website, on the home page, on the top part. The part our news director would say is above the fold. Isn't that cute? It's like our website is a newspaper. I wonder if that would make me Lou Grant.
From the outside, it looked like I had it all together. Great education, good job. But inside, I was massively insecure. Drinking helped me calm my fears, but I ended up losing everything. When I finally admitted I needed help, I came into Teen Challenge. And as time went on, I didn't feel so insecure. Now my whole world has been rebuilt, and I'm not going to lose it again.
Hello, my name is Officer John Corden of the Hopkinton Police Department. I'm here to explain some important information regarding opiate overdoses under the Good Samaritan Law, Chapter 94C, Section 34A. First, a person who in good faith seeks medical assistance for someone experiencing a drug-related overdose shall not be charged or prosecuted for possession of a controlled substance. Second, a person who experiences a drug-related overdose and, in good faith, either seeks medical assistance or others seeking assistance shall not be charged or prosecuted for possession of a controlled substance. Third, the act of seeking medical assistance for someone who is experiencing a drug-related overdose may be used as a mitigating factor in a criminal prosecution under the Controlled Substance Act. Lastly, a person acting in good faith may receive a Narcan prescription and administer it to an individual appearing to be experiencing an opiate-related overdose. For more information, please contact the Hopkinton Police Department or Denise Hildreth, Director of Youth and Family Services. Thank you.